Alright, hello everybody, this is Scott, I'm back, and today I'm going to be giving you a quick update of what it is I'm changing to my site. You'll actually see a redirect at 3:30 is when there will be a redirect that goes onto a page that says we are currently doing maintenance, and I'm going to list the reasons why. I can actually show you under construction. I know there's no S there. I had to remove it because the S just getting a name like that is actually kind of difficult. Okay, this is what your page is going to look like. Um, you have the subscribe button, follow buttons. This isn't the actual time. I still have to change that. It takes like 2 seconds, but I'm going to do it right when I do it. And I set exploitable code. On some of my widgets, as you can tell, they're from third parties, and a lot of my code, such as this, even this doesn't work, and because it's supposed to be displaying images. And a lot of the code is from third parties, including this. The reason I said that it's exploitable is because people would be able to take the code from their servers and edit it for malicious intent, and would therefore be able to compromise the site. That'll be fixed. I've already gotten all the backups of my JavaScripts, all my scripts that I'm using. I can actually show you them if you look over here real quick. And then I go to my downloads. I go to new template scripts. I have all my template scripts right here. All I have to do is back them up to Google Drive, and then I can use them. It'll be running perfectly fine, and it'll be on my server, so I can control it. And then, what else did I mention over here? Broken widget, yes. This widget, well, it's actually built into the code directly. Does not work. This thing doesn't show up, and when you reload the page, you'll sometimes see that's broken. The images go through it, because when it loads the code, it displays all the images behind it, so you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it aligns them, and that was just too much work. Now, not only that, but it just takes up a ton of loading time because of the amount of jQuery. The amount of jQuery that went into the site was kind of ridiculous. So I'm going to remove that. And I said new template. Actually, this is what the new template's going to be. I'm going to work on this. The sponsors tag over here will no longer be, this will no longer be here. I mostly did it for reference so that I can remember one of my spots. These images came built right in from, as you can see, spicytricks.com was who I got the template from. I've edited it to work properly. I removed this. Up here, instead of featured post, you'll actually see links to all of the sites that I've worked on. And I'll just list them. There will be no featured slider. Instead, as you can see, these little, I guess you could say categories, they'll all have different names. And each individual category will display 5 posts from the target of which I choose. So you have feeds essentially. I have a feature feed. I just named that a feature feed. I just gave it a quick name, and then it displays it shows the top 5 posts. And then if you want to see more from that specific one, you just click here and it goes to the corresponding label. As you can also see though, I have this little button here. It just automatically will scroll you back to the top of the page, and there's going to be a lot. I have 3 different latest articles. I can display up to 3 of my feeds from 3 different sites at a time. Or I can use one for an advertisement. This one will never be for an ads because this is just stupid and it is right above here. Doesn't look good, gets in your way. I'll probably keep ads right down here. These holds will either be ad units or about me, depending on how I want to organize everything. Popular post widget, of course, and as you could see from my old one, I have an archives and popular posts. I will no longer display tags because I have this system right here, giving them my most popular tags and the corresponding items that go with it. And the comments will actually go away because there will be no more Disqus comments. Why did I change this? Disqus, while was a great tool, there were some issues. Every time Disqus loaded, it had to go to their servers and grab this widget, which doesn't really exist anymore, and the problem is there's only one server for it. This widget's only for people who can actually get the code and have it saved somewhere. Luckily, I saved it, and I just felt that it was a waste. It just didn't do much, and all it did was really slow down the load time, like cache, Disqus. It did 2 Disqus. Those were the slowest loading ones. Now it's got to load in all these, and the widget was still loading. And while these things were great, I don't like it because Disqus is more of a promotional tool rather than a comment system itself. I may end up moving to Livefire, it really depends. But as it stands right now, I'm going to probably keep the default blogger comment system, which is very plain, but I've did some editing and it looks better. It's going to be kind of slow because I'm scanning my computer, recording, and I'm uploading. So, as you can see, these related posts does not work the way I thought it would. It only displays one. Maybe it'll do more when I transfer it over to my full site. What it does is it essentially goes through all my posts, checks all the posts that I have, and then it will put it into the system and say these are what are related. Unfortunately, there's not many posts on here for it to detect, so I'm not going to make up more fake posts just for it to update. It's not worth it. And as you can see, we have our comment system. The comment system's kind of nice. I actually started one. I started doing comments on it, and where was it? I made 2 test comments over here, and then it takes you right down, and then it says right here. Looks very clean. The delete comments only for those. I only did 1 word. Tells you the time, the date. You click on it, and it's just going to reload the page for you, but that's about all that there really is. And you just go here to leave a reply. I'm probably going to make a button for you guys just to automatically go to the leave a reply. Actually, I think I have it cut off. After so many posts, it's going to cut off, then you have to load more. I don't want to test that right now. Of course, you can always, if you want to leave a comment, you always go to the home, and then you just click on the comments, and then you'll be taken right there. And then I mentioned that there were slow loading times. This was true. My average loading time ranged from 2.5 seconds to 6 seconds. And I can tell you why if this page would reload. These widgets, these little things up here, took quite a bit of time to load each individual one. But the biggest thing was this follow us widget and my discus. These were the longest loading. They beat out the advertisements, which is kind of amazing because you don't generally see that. And I'm no longer going to be using this, and instead I'm going to be more focusing on the content, and I'm going to probably get a different background for the YouTube ones because as you can see they are like blending in, you can see them, but this is pretty much all it's going to be. You just enter your email and then you just click sign up, and these buttons will take you automatically to all of my sites, my social media pages, even Reddit. You can see what I post on Reddit. And then that's about all we have for this one. As far as the changes go for the slow loading times, excess and useless code. Unless you are a coder, you won't be able to identify this very easily. But I used to use a bunch of different widgets that had no purpose. And I would delete them, and then redo them, delete them, do more. And then the issue was my template became so heavily congested with random bits of code that it started loading the time. Because when a website loads, it goes through and when your browser just renders what the code tells it to. So I go through the code, and the code's all loading, and it has to load every bit of code, regardless of it being used or not. The browser can't tell if it's being used or not. It can only tell that after everything's already rendered. It says, oh, well, this code's got nothing for not telling me to do anything. It just says, blah, 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 looks like this. Oh, okay. And, well, that object didn't exist, so the browser is going to spit it back at you and say, are you stupid? This doesn't exist. And that was actually a very simple fix. And I'm also going to put another widget in. I just haven't gotten the time because I have to customize it. And it's going to go underneath all of my posts, or inside of these posts. And it's just going to give you related articles, and it's just going to give you a bunch of related articles. And that's about all you will be expecting to see. I'm going to push it back so that way there will be another 30 minutes, maybe. Now I'll give it till around, I'll give you till 4:30. That's when it is. So you have an hour and 15 minutes. And then I'm going to redirect everybody to this page. This video will be here. Unless you're watching it from there, and then this is pointless information. But the video will be there. Anybody can check it out, and it should be right over here. Or I'll just leave it like underneath this, maybe over here. Depends on what I want to do. But embed the video, and then that's going to be the explanation as to why we are currently down. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for thank you for the patience, and you'll be very happy to see this new update because this site loads quickly, has a lot of content to share, and it's clean. not a bunch of useless gadgets. So thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for another video. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below, and I will see you after that. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.